Hello friends, my name is Habib. Today we are going to learn how to make Spawner using HTML. No, but I mean using Scratch. I meant. So now I'm going to do this. So now first I'll create the physics system. This spawner is going to have physics, obviously. Now I'll create a variable called grv for gravity, and create another variable called rigr for actually. Now this is going to be speed x, speed y. Wait. Finally, speed x, speed y, speed z. Oh, currently these are all the ones we need right now. No, it cancel. So now what I want is so that it is going to fall and then I will change speed y by 1. I'll set everything to 0 at the beginning, of course, except for gravity, which I'll set to 0.1 because it doesn't make sense if the gravity is 0. So now I'll do this, and before I run it, I'll check for the collision, which means that if it's touching, I'm going to make it to be color coded, which means that if it's touching this color, there's no negative in Scratch, so it has to be 0. There's no negative operator in Scratch, so this has to be 0 minus GRV. So I should do if touching this, set speed y to 0. And oh great, what's happening now? It's sinking into the ground. And not exactly very helpful. So now what we need to do is that we can change the y by a very minuscule amount. That's one option. Too small. What we could do is that we could change the y by a minuscule amount. By a minuscule amount. Like this. Now let's do it from a higher place. But this doesn't exactly work well, since if it will be clear, if I increase the speed of the gravity, not only is it not only is the amount going to have to increase, but even then it's going to, the higher it is, the more it will go through the floor. Now it's not really that visible now, but if the speed is increased, you're going to see more. So what do we do? I'll quite also have to create a variable called py for prev y, and first I'll set py to 0. Now I'll set py. Now before I change the y, I'll set py to the current y position, and then instead I'll set the y. I'll set it to py, set the y position, to previous, to this py stands for the previous y position before it was changed. So now it should work. It works splendidly. Of course, or maybe not, of course. Now I'm going to do it from very high place. Now next I'm going to do the same for the x and create a variable called px, which stands for the previous x position, and I'll set x to px instead. I'll set speed x to 0. So anyways, we've got this. Now the collision isn't perfect. Now this platforming engine isn't perfect. I can make it better. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to leave it like this. But the more important part is making this spawner, not platforming engine. So now I will just remove all of this code from here, including this. Now we're just left with this one, flag clicked. So I have to check if the mouse is down, then create a clone of yourself. Of course, there's some problems we need to fix with this, but that comes later. When you start as a clone, first initialize these variables, then do all this. Hooray, we've done it. Now, the thing about Scratch is that if you set a variable for the sprite only, it will store the data for each variable separately. So if I create a variable called, I don't know, s, it will store the variable, it will store, each clone will have a different copy of s, which means that the s's in each clone will stay separate from each other. So that's why you can do this, something like this. Now the problem is, when we click once, it creates multiple clones, which we obviously do not want. So how are we supposed to fix this? Well, you can do mouse down, and you can create a new variable called CLK, which stands for click. Get the equals to. If mouse down and CLK is just equal to 0, now great. Now what are we supposed to do? If mouse down and CLK is equal to 0, then do this, but then set CLK to 1. If else, if this is not the case, if mouse is not down, which means that if the mouse is not down, then set CLK to 0. Now we could only create one at a time. I'll set the gravity of each to a random value. From 0.1 to 0.5. Oh wait, from really slow to really fast. I'm also going to make this to go to the mouse pointer. So now our clothes can spawn in different places. Touching color this or touching color black. Go here. or touching color black. Now it's gonna check collision with itself. Oh, I've also got to hide this and show this. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. The scratch card's outline is not 100% black. Oh. Oh wait, scratch card's outline is not 100% black. Oh, how stupid I feel. Let's make it 100% black. And I'll test it. I have to go so overboard. There we go. Now it's going to start getting stuck. Very disappointing. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel, ObaCode. Bye. Oh, what's happening? Just let me check out.